And we are ready to roll. So, everybody, welcome to the 3-day manifestation challenge. We are discovering manifestation method that's manifests your desires into your reality. And I'm teaching you exactly how I did it for some of my biggest goals and dreams. In the meantime, for every single one of you that are here that showed up today, introduce yourselves. Tell me one thing that you're currently grateful for. What are your current goals for 2024? Whatever it is that you want to share in the chat, I invite you to share now. Tell me where you're coming in from. Tell me what it is that you're manifesting. What's one of your goals? And I read each and every one of you that have signed up for this class, that answered those questions as you signed up. I read every single answer. Hello from London. Hello, Tarka. Love it. What time is it in London? Hello, Maria from Atlanta, who's manifesting working for myself with financial freedom in 2024. Maria, it is already yours. It's 6 p.m. in London. We have people from Texas. Hello, Jessica. From San Diego, financial freedom. Yes, Yvette. Maxim, you were just on my Instagram live. Thank you for joining here. Maxim is from the Republic. Amazing. I am Carly from, is it Illinois? Manifestation Financial Success. So we're already seeing, okay, again, I'm from New York City. So if you guys hear a lot of noise, just know it comes with the property. It comes with me. I'm a New Yorker. Okay. So Luis is coming from Atlanta, financial freedom. Do we see how much resemblance we are already seeing in this chat of the things that we are calling into our lives in 2024? Financial freedom. I am grateful for my husband. Amazing. I love the gratitude, children, and family. Thank you, Maria. Karuna from Ohio. Karuna, are you the same Karuna that's in my manifestation power vault? Let me know in the chat. We have Cypria, tell me if I said that right, from South Carolina, manifesting a healthy relationship and a new job. Beautiful. Tal, so much love to Tal, guys. Tal is also, check her out on Instagram. Put your Instagram here in the chat, Tal. I'm Tal from New York City, and I absolutely love all that Sumaya does. So I am deeply grateful to be here with all of you and to deepen my relationship with manifestation. For 2024, I am manifesting a successful business, financial freedom, and more aligned clients and connections. Tal, it is already yours. Gabriella, currently manifesting a career as a solicitor in family law. Gabriella, amazing. Palak from India. We are healing health issues. Yes, Karuna is from my Manifestation Power Vault. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later, but that vault is going to be a whole movie for. We have Rasika. I'm grateful to be here. The universe for opportunities that it has given me. I'm from Toronto, manifesting living and studying abroad in London. Angel, oh my God, I've been in touch with you in the DMs. Grad student from Indiana. I'm super grateful for my health, wealth, and all abundance in my life, manifesting a 100K job in 2024. It's already yours. Okay, my name, Shifa, manifesting financial independence. Oh my God, I am loving all of this. I'm manifesting a new job, a new house. I'm from Chicago. Hello, Erica. Hello, Ria. Sandy, grateful for her family. We love it. From Kuwait. Oh my God. What time is it in Kuwait right now? Hello to Matha from Denver. Oh my God, guys, I'm going to get emotional. Howard Beach in New York. Hello. You are right near me. I am in Queens. I am manifesting more abundant success in my business and get rid of fear of failure. Beautiful. We are getting rid of everything that no longer serves you tomorrow in day 2. Hello, I'm Manusha. I am healing good energy, money, confidence, and a pretty figure. Your manifestation power vault is amazing. Karuna, oh my God, so much love to you. You guys heard it here first by Karuna. The manifestation power vault is amazing. We'll talk about more about that. As you guys continue to come in and chat here and let us know everything that's going on in this chat, you are here today because you know that you want to learn how to manifest your specific goals and dreams. Drop a yes in the comments if that's why you're here. You are here because you want to manifest. Yes, yes, yes in the chat. And before we get into that, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. The very first thing is I want to make sure that you are in a safe, quiet place, right? In a place that you can actually pay attention to what we're going over today. But I also want you to remember that as you're here, if you want to take notes, whatever, don't get too crazy into that because you're going to get the recording right after. So at the end of tonight, you're going to have the recording and you can binge watch this over and over again. What is most important that I want you to do today is to really let go of anything that you've learned prior to this and come here with a fresh slate, right? I want you to really come in with a clean slate so we can start off fresh and really understand what manifestation truly is. Again, this is a 3-day workshop. Today is day 1. Tomorrow will be day 2. Friday will be day 3. And you will receive the Zoom links each of the days. So after today, tomorrow, you'll get the one for tomorrow. And before the end of today, I will actually have all of you guys tell me in the chat what time works best for you guys, because I have so many people that joined from all over the world. And again, it was over 100 people. And the more people that I can have live with me here, the more I would love to really be in this energy and this space with you all. And so I had some requests where people asked if we can do this later on in the evening for the next 2 days. So that is something that I will ask you guys throughout this class. The next thing for housekeeping, you received in your first email when you went into this class, the link to join our free space. Right? So this is a community space that I have built for all of us that are here in the manifestation challenge, because even beyond these 3 days, you guys are obviously going to continue to manifest your goals and dreams into your reality. And so as you do that, I want you to share your breakthroughs, your wins, and everything that's coming up in this chat, right? You have this space where you guys can hold each other accountable, where you guys can really be there for each other and even really celebrate all of each of it, all both of you, all of you guys. So let me actually share it in the chat right now. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to share this link so that as you're on here, you can still join this space. Hello, Jessica, that joined us. Again, I really want you all to be in this space. And also, I'm going to ask you all to do something at the end of today's class, which is going to require you to be in this free space. So as I get the link, I want you to begin to really, really think about why you came here today. Why are you here today, other than the ability to manifest? What really brought you here today? What made you come into this challenge? What is it that you're seeking? And as you think about that, I really want you to hone in on what that means to you, right? Honing in on why am I here? Right? I'm still trying to get this link for you guys. I had it pulled up and then I literally like closed it. So give me 1 second, guys. But you're honing in on what it is that you are manifesting, why you're here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 more second. If I don't find it in the next second, guys, I'm gonna send you the link after. Oh, here we are. No, here. Okay, no. So I'll give it to you guys at the end. But you have it in your things. You know what to do. Join the group. Everything's gonna be in there. The last thing before we get into today's content, you also received the invitation for a giveaway. Some of you have entered and I'm so excited, but at the end of today, I am doing a giveaway. So even throughout this entire challenge today, if there's anything that resonates with you that you want to take a screenshot of and share it in your Instagram stories, if there's something that you can take away that you really want to share, or in general, if you really just want to be in the giveaway for your chance to win a one-on-one session with me, take a screenshot of today's challenge throughout the challenge, put it on your Instagram stories, right? You just need one screenshot, put it on your Instagram stories, make sure you tag me so that I know that you're entering in the giveaway. And at the end of today, I'm giving away one free one-on-one session. A one-on-one session with me starts at $333 and goes up depending on what we're working on. But I am giving that away for free to one lucky winner today. And so with all that being said, let's get into day 1. And so the first thing I want you to do is to recognize everything that you've already learned and know about manifestation. And I want you to leave it at the door. Okay? We are starting off with a clean slate. And I want you to understand and look at manifestation as if you're learning it for the first time from me freshly today. And if in the past you failed before, there's so many of you that wrote on the questions and answered those questions and talked about a lot of the times where you've manifested or tried to manifest and it didn't happen and it didn't come into your reality. And so if you failed before, what I want you to know right now is that you can do this. You can absolutely manifest those deep, deep, deep heart desires that you have, regardless of how big they may seem, regardless of how your past has been, regardless of how 2023 has gone for you. You can do this. You are here today because you have a dream. You have a dream, and your goal is to live a life that you absolutely love while manifesting your desires in your sleep. Drop a yes in the chat if this is you. If you have a dream to live a life that you absolutely love while you are manifesting your heart's deepest desires in your sleep, yes, 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 yes. Now, to get more specific, again, there was over 100 of you that have joined this, so I didn't take a screenshot of all 100 of you, but here are some examples of the things that you all are manifesting. And there is so much resemblance, like we noticed here today in the chat too. You are manifesting the promotion, a new car, the home, better health, more money, more love, your soulmate, a loving relationship, the apartment, the marriage, living in Europe, diving into your creative pursuits, studying abroad, working in fashion, getting into medical school, starting your own business. If you heard one of the things that you are manifesting, put a yes in the chat. The healthy body, the slender body, the business that takes off the ground, the money that comes flowing in. Yes, 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 yes. Again, 100 and something of you. And yet I took a screenshot of just a few of them. And look how much it resembles what we are all collectively manifesting. So let me know if this sounds like you. You feel stuck. You are overwhelmed. You second guess yourself, right? You go after this one goal, you might take an actionable step, and then you're like, I don't even know. We have yeses in the chat. Thank you, Maria. You second guess yourself. You begin to question if you're taking the right step. You begin to ask, overwhelmed, yes. You begin to question. You are lacking in courage, in confidence, in self-compassion. Yes to second guessing, Angel says. You are second guessing. You are lacking this courage. You are lacking this confidence. You are doubting your ability to obtain your deepest goals. Now, with all that being said, what you want is more security within yourself. Tell me if this sounds like you. You want more security. You want to feel safe within your own skin. You want to feel safe within yourself. And Ace says overwhelmed, lacking, second guessing, and doubt. Yes, so many of these resonate with us, right? And what we want and what we desire. Yes, yes, indeed. We are desiring the security within ourselves. We are desiring and we want this trust within ourselves. Trust, security, 100 times yes. Oh, yes, I'm lacking security within. Freedom. This word needed its own slide by itself. How many of you are here because you are craving freedom? Freedom in all areas of your life. Freedom to be financially free. Freedom to freely be yourself, your whole authentic self. Jessica says me. Yvette says me. Karuna says freedom with an exclamation point. Freedom is what we desire. As I walk you through everything here today, I want you to really pay close attention to the examples and the things that I share with you, because there's a reason why I'm bringing these up to surface. And the reason why is because you need to hear it today. And one of the greatest things in my manifestation journey that I have realized that have allowed me to manifest a lot of the things that I have thus far is to be able to identify what it's really all about. And 99% of the time, it was always about freedom. Whether it was in my relationships, whether it was in my career, whether it was in the money I see in my bank account, whether it was the way I eat, the way I dress, the way I live, it was freedom that I wanted most. Tell me if this is landing for you. Tell me if I'm speaking to you. Tell me if you are hearing exactly what you need to hear today. Now, you want to manifest these dreams of a healthy, loving relationship, of that new job, of that promotion, of starting that business, of taking your current business to the next level, of buying that big, beautiful home. You are speaking to me, Talia says. These are the dreams that you are here for, and these are the things that I'm going to help you achieve together. This is me, Carly says. Yes, this is exactly me. I self-sabotage, Tarka says. Now, a majority of you are new to my world. And so before you continue to listen to me and you're like, who's this chick from New York City and why is she teaching me this? What is she about? Let me tell you. I am Sumaya Ahmed, and I am a first generation daughter of loving immigrant parents who immigrated here from Bangladesh in Southeast Asia, if you don't know where that is. And in 2020, look at the universe honking. In 2020, I lost my cousin, who was more like a brother to me, at a young age, and he died from a stroke. And during that same time period, a lot was happening in my life. But as soon as I lost him in 2020, it was my major wake up call to understanding what I truly desired in my life. And I'm going to walk you through that. But since that time till now, I quit my secure job at one of the top medical hospitals on the East Coast at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. I left Harvard University, where I was studying and doing my master's in biology in hopes of applying to medical school that same year. I pivoted my entire career. I spent my entire life focused on getting into medical school because that's what I thought I wanted. All I knew is that I want to help people heal. I want to retire my dad. I want to make enough money to support my entire family. And I want to do something that's going to make everybody proud. And in 2020, I pivoted my entire career plan and I went on a year-long sabbatical. I didn't know what a sabbatical was at that time, but that's exactly what I did. Meaning what I did was shut off everything and everyone and literally sit with myself and understand who I am. I never had the opportunity to do that because my life as a first-gen eldest daughter started very young, where I was already adult before I could even enjoy my childhood. And so by the age of 13, I was already working. I remember working starting at $7 an hour. And by 2020, I was making what, $25 an hour. And today I make no less than $333 an hour. I moved back to New York City after 10 years of not living here after my dad passed away from COVID in 2021. In January 2021, I lost my dad on the same day, on Martin Luther King Day, the same day I lost my cousin the year before. And now they are both buried in the same graveyard. I took a leap of faith and I never looked back. I took this leap of faith and I never looked back. I didn't quit my job. That's my issue. We're going to talk about it all. So now, what have I done since then till now? On November 1st, 2023, I manifested my first $10,000 cash day. In May of 2024, I am graduating from Columbia University with my master's in psychology and a focus on spirituality, a program that I literally manifested, and I'm going to show you exactly how. I grew an audience on my TikTok and my Instagram over 113,000 souls. We're at 108,000 on TikTok and over 5,000 on my Instagram. And I also was able to witness my mom heal her inner child this year after I took her back to Bangladesh after 18 years. One of my greatest manifestations till date. But I wasn't always this confident and at peace with myself and such a pro at manifesting what I desire. In fact, it was like this. There was a lot and a lot of deep work that went in, right? I'm not going to make it seem like this was a cakewalk. The universe is super loud confirming that. I'm not going to make it seem like this is a cakewalk. I worked my ass off to get to where I am today. I moved through my fear and my grief that I still continue to feel to get to where I am today. I am still grieving the loss of my father, but I still have manifested the things that I have manifested today. I am still living a more fulfilling life today than I ever have before because I have finally done the things that I am going to walk you through today. I hear you. I'm doing this. Tarka Tal says, so powerful. So on this journey, I found God. Now I wanted you to take God as whatever that means to you, right? This could be universe, this could be higher power. For me, it's Allah. And God is what got me to where I am today, right? I really took my spirituality, took my mindfulness, took everything that I was learning scientifically, biologically, and all of those things that I have learned in my years of going into medical school, of working in the medical field of 8 years, of being at Harvard studying biology, of doing my undergrad in psychology and biology, all of these things. And I brought it to God, which gave me freedom. And so these are vision boards that I started to create when I first started on this journey, right? I have Columbia University on here. I have becoming a CEO because that's when I was first launching my business. I am aligned with energy of wealth and abundance. I have an image of Bangladesh here in this corner, massively successful coach. And here I hope you can see it. I don't know. This image is not showing up for me, but here was a picture of me at Columbia, right? Me seeing my mom hug her sisters for the first time in 18 years, right? Me in Bangladesh, right? Bangladesh was the picture on my vision board. Me on my first solo trip of my life as I turned 30 in Mexico, right? Me with the brand collab that I thought about in the shower. And then the next day I received an invitation to do a brand collab with a brand that I've been following for years. So how do these things happen? Well, I'm going to show you. I even wrote inside my journal. So I'm walking you through all the different things. I showed you the vision board. Now, even in my journal, this is a screenshot of my journal. I'm giving you sneak peek inside literally my journal. Inside my journal one day, I am grateful for $10,000 in my bank account. When I wrote this, I was thinking in terms of like $10,000 in a month. I wasn't really thinking in the terms of $10,000 in a day. But the way I was able to fill that gap between a month and a day and manifest it in a day was allowing myself to leave room for more, which again we'll get into. So this was my journal. This was my reality on November 1st, 2023. These two payments came in and then we had a bunch more that day. So I actually hit way more than 10,000 that day. And then this was inside my journal. I got very specific on why I wanted to go to Columbia and why that specific program and what it was going to do for me and what it was going to literally be. And then I was in Columbia. I'm going to actually refresh this. Can you guys see the pictures? Tell me in the chat because I see it on one part for me. I don't see it in the other part. You don't see the pictures. Okay, let me just screenshot. Give me a moment, guys. But as I'm doing this, I want you guys to tell me in the chat, I'm showing you guys verbatim what I did, but I'm also going to give you the exact steps so that you can apply it to any area of your life. I think I saw a question earlier in the chat, like, can I apply this to whatever it is that I'm manifesting? That is the whole goal here, right? This isn't for the specific things that I did. This is for anything that you wish to do. Okay, I'm going to share my screen in just a second so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Somebody's mic is on. We'll turn that off. Okay. Let's share the screen. All right. Tell me in the chat if you guys see the screen again. So inside the journal, we had Columbia written down. And this is me in real life on the first day of actually when we started classes last year, and now I'm about to graduate in 2024. Another thing that I had written down in my journal, I am grateful for 100K followers on TikTok, right? 100K followers. And today, if you actually go to my TikTok, you will see 100K followers. And I'll actually show you guys there. I can show you guys live too after we get off. But on my Instagram, same thing. I literally wrote down grow to 5K on IG. And today we are over 5K. So with everything we have, woohoo, just, oh my God, Josefina's in here. Oh my God, I love Josefina. She's in Colombia with me. We were both graduating in 2024. Okay. Now tell me in the chat, are you guys ready to dive into this method that has gotten me everything that I have just gone over and more? I feel so happy for you. Thank you, Tarka. Yes, Em says yes. Who is ready to finally dive into it all? We're ready. Yes, 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 yes. The manifestation method that has gotten me here. I am so ready. I'm ready. I condensed it. So it used to be like a six-step method that I had. And then I'm like, you know what? All of these things are so similar. Let's condense it into the most easiest formula that I can follow over and over again every single year to get exactly what it is that I desire to co-create the reality that I so badly want. Clarity, release, surrender, and embody. Today, we are going into clarity. Clarity is gaining your full clarity on who you are now and who you wish to become. And this might seem so simple right now, but just wait. It's time to learn how your brain helps you manifest. Again, I told you I'm coming through with the science, the spirituality, all of it, right? This is every single realm to explain to you how your mind works and how you're actually going to get it to work for you and not against you. If you want to make massive shifts in your life, the most powerful tool that you have at your disposal is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the part of your mind that is attracting 95% or more of what you see in your life. So, whatever you see in your life right now, whether you like it or you don't, 95% or more of it has been attracted by you, by your subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is also known as the unconscious mind, and it is constantly working behind the scenes on autopilot to create the reality that you see. You are constantly manifesting. So what does this mean? So this is something I really need I need you guys to stay in this slide with me for a moment and understand this. And I don't want you to ever be confused about this ever again. The number one question that I'm constantly getting in different variations in the last 2.5 years that I've been teaching manifestation, hundreds and thousands of comments of people asking me, oh, I'm not going to manifest today. I'm going to do this tomorrow. Oh, I'm not going to do this manifestation technique today. I'm going to do whatever. It doesn't matter what you do or you don't do. You are manifesting 24/7 from the moment you took your first breath at birth to the moment you take your very last one. You are manifesting all the time. Now, what we're working on as a collective, why you all are here today in this room, and why everyone else that's gotten this masterclass will be watching, or this challenge will be watching later, is because we're all collectively trying to understand how to manifest our life that we want rather than a life that we don't want. How can we actually manifest and co-create the life that feels so wholeheartedly fulfilling? So when you learn how to harness the power of your subconscious, when you actually understand what's going on internally in your subconscious mind and how to reprogram it and how to keep the parts of it that already are working so perfectly fine, you can then profoundly make the shifts to go forward and beyond of what's possible from your conscious mind. So your conscious mind is the part of your mind you're using right now to listen to me. The part of your mind that all your thoughts are filtered through. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but there's over 2.3 million bits of information that is surrounded by us. And out of those 202.3 million bits of information that is happening around us on a daily basis, we are absorbing 70,000 thoughts a day. Tell me in the chat if that's new information to you or if you already knew that. 70,000 thoughts in a single day. Now, can you imagine if we were actually manifesting our 70,000 thoughts into our reality? Because I'm sure you woke up today or the other day and you had some bizarre, wild thoughts in your mind, and you're probably grateful that it didn't manifest into your reality. So what happens with these thoughts, right? Karuna says new info. Oh, this is new. 70,000 thoughts are being processed through your day, through your mind every single day. So it goes through your conscious mind, right? The part of your mind that you're using to listen to me, the part of your mind that you're most attuned and in touch with every single day. And so where does all this information go? Where do these 70,000 thoughts go? It goes from your conscious mind. It crosses your critical faculty, which is your ego. And then it is run through a series of filters that exist within your subconscious mind. And these filters decide whether they want to delete these thoughts, they want to distort these thoughts, meaning change it up a little bit, or do they want to generalize what's coming in? and just put it into the filing cabinets that exist within your subconscious mind. All this information is filtered through. So, based on what your subconscious mind is currently programmed to be, once the information is filtered through, you are then attracting what you see in your life, aka your reality. Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if this is landing for you. I know I'm giving some powerful, powerful, valuable information right now. Let me know if this is landing for you and you're understanding. Yes, 100%. The 70,000 thoughts are filtered through your conscious mind, or come through your conscious mind, go to the back of your mind, to your subconscious mind, and are filtered through based on what you have existing within your unique subconscious. Now, the subconscious mind was created between the ages of 0 and 7. From the moment you were born until you were 7 years old, your subconscious mind was being created. And now, how was it being created? Yvette says it makes sense. Tal says it's so clear. Processing it slowly. Yes. The subconscious mind was created between these ages by the environment that you were raised in, the people that raised you. And by the people that raised you, it's even more deeper than that. It's whatever traumas they carry, whatever beliefs and values they carry, whatever they are, right? Their entire being is playing a role. The schools you attended between those ages, right? Maybe you started to go to school at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. Schools you attended, the children you hung around with, the TV shows you watched, everything between those ages of 0 and 7, what you heard, what you saw, all of this was being absorbed into your subconscious mind like a sponge. I want you to imagine your subconscious mind like it's a sponge, and all of these things are being absorbed. Reassess past experiences and knowledges. Yes. So all of these things are being absorbed, and as it is absorbed, guess what's happening? It is then creating the beliefs, right? So as Yvette, as Tall, as Carly, as Maxim, as Angel, as Karuna was growing up between the ages of 0 and 7, all the things that they were surrounded by was being absorbed. And then it created your current thoughts, your current beliefs, your current patterns, your current self-perception, your current perception of the world, your current every area of your life, money, relationships, careers. Guys, I'm gonna actually put my window down because this is ridiculous. Hold on. Okay. New York City is always loud and I will never get over that. But all of these things are absorbed by your subconscious and then creating your reality. And so as we understand our subconscious mind, we are finally able to understand, oh, this is why I've been attracting this reality. This is why I have XYZ in my life. This is why I want to achieve financial freedom and I haven't achieved it yet. This is my current money story that's in my subconscious mind that I didn't know before. And now I need to work on these patterns. This is why I'm so craving this romantic, loving relationship. And this is what the relationships in my head look like as a child, right? Are we understanding right now? Tell me in the chat the correlation between your subconscious mind being created and what you're manifesting into your life. Are we understanding the scientific and neurological pathway right now? We are. Yes. Amazing. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself as I take a sip of my matcha, who are you right now? Who are you right now? The biggest thing we are going over today is who you are right now. The number one thing that every single person that I have ever worked with in my entire career, the number one thing that people are struggling with is not even knowing themselves. We go through life thinking we know exactly who we are, right? We define ourselves, right? Somebody asks you, who are you? You're like, oh, I'm Tarka, I'm Angel, I'm Tall, I'm Yvette, I'm Ria. I do this for a living. I'm this years old. I live in New York City. I live in San Francisco. My name is Rosa. My name is Maria. Like, we know all these basic things. We know how old we are. We know what our names are. We know what we've done so far in life, what we haven't done so far in life. But when we ask the question of who are you right now, I am asking of who are you subconsciously? Who are you inside? Carly says this resonates so much. It's so true. What are your current beliefs is what I want to know. What do you currently believe about money? What do you currently believe about relationships? What do you currently believe about yourself? What do you believe to be true, point blank, period? This is what I'm asking you when I say, who are you right now? What is really going on internally is what I am asking you when I ask you this question. I am becoming someone not aligned to the soul, but working on it. Beautiful Karuna. Um, So humans don't have an infinite capacity to attend to everything. This was a direct quote that I took from my class this semester in cognitive neuroscience. Again, as somebody who already came from the medical field, as somebody who still loves a lot of the things that we've learned there, and I take everything with um discernment. I take what resonates and I leave the rest that don't. And this really resonated because, again, I really have such a passion to understand how our brain works. I have such a passion to really understand how this works, which is why I've been able to manifest so much of my reality. Where is your current time and energy going? This image right here, if you don't know what this is a neurotransmitter. This is what is going on inside your brain right now as we speak. This is what's going on 24/7 until you finally don't breathe anymore. These neurotransmitters in your brain are literally attracting and making these pathways and making all these programmings in your subconscious to attract these things into your reality. Somebody's asking, will there be a recording? Yes, this is being recorded and it'll be sent to all of you at the end of tonight. Taking care of everyone else before my needs. Yes, Yvette, we're going to get into that. So that if your current time right now is being spent on taking care of everyone else besides yourself, that's an excellent recognition because now you're going to understand what is it that I really need to shift here. When we're doing this, and I'm asking you, who are you right now? You are taking a full-on inventory of your entire life. You're taking an inventory of your 24 hours in a day. You're taking an inventory on where do I spend most of my time. A lot of the times I'll do this with clients, with my one-on-one clients, and then they'll describe their day, and I'm like, okay, great. Beautiful. Now, tomorrow when you wake up, I want you to really pay attention to every single thing that happens from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. I want you to jot down your thoughts, your feelings, your patterns, your habits, and everything you do in that day. And you know what happens after 24 hours? They come back to me and they're like, oh my God, Samaya, I had no idea that I spend 3 hours on Instagram. Oh my God, Samaya, I had no idea that I spend my mornings literally doing nothing that is going to help me long term. Samaya, I literally spend my mornings helping everyone else and I forget to pour into my own cup. So I've been living this life for my immigrant parents, my immigrant household, my whatever, and I literally forgot what even brings me joy. So I just took an inventory of my 24 hours and I realized that a lot of my time and energy is being spent on fixating on this job that I really want. And I wake up so anxious and I check these emails every morning, and that's what happens first thing in the morning. Or oh my God, I wake up and the first thing I'm doing is I'm so stressed about all the things on my to-do list this week that I have to finish before the holidays. Or somehow I'm now at the end of 2023 and I just realized I didn't manifest everything, but I also realized that I didn't spend my 24 hours aligned to the version of me that I want to become. So why does this happen when I ask my clients to take an inventory of their day? It's because we were never trained or programmed or told to, hey, Alima, hey, Angel, hey, Yvette, hey, Carly, can you please take a look at your 24 hours and make sure that it's aligned to exactly what feels most fulfilling to you? It was never, hey, Jessica, hey, Maxim, hey, Karuna, hey, anybody, can you please take a look at where your time and energy is being spent? That's not what they teach us in schools, right? But this is what's happening. We are giving away our time and energy to all these things, and then we're wondering why we're feeling so unfulfilled. We're wondering why we feel so stuck. We're wondering why we have these self-sabotaging behaviors. We're wondering why we're second guessing ourselves. We're wondering why we lack this confidence. It's because we're not even paying attention to where we're giving away our time and energy. Where your mind flows is where energy goes, right? So your mind might be fixated on, oh my God, so and so texted me this yesterday and now I'm so mad. And so the rest of today I'm going to be mad and I'm going to ruminate on that text that was sent to me last night. And I'm going to just gonna, right? Now you're in this whole ruminating state of, I'm mad at this person who texted me, when really you could have spent those 24 hours focusing on all those goals that you had and how you can actually make yourself feel good right here in the now. So now you're actually taking an inventory of your habits. What are your habits? And your habits include even the way you think. What are your current patterns and habits? It's the way you speak to yourself on a daily basis, right? You may wake up and you're like, oh my God, $100,000 would be nice this year, but how the hell am I going to do that? I didn't even get a job yet. Oh yeah, that travel trip to Bali or Indonesia, to Dubai seems phenomenal. I'd love to go there with so and so, but I mean, how am I gonna make I can't do that, right? Thinking about the way you speak to yourself. Do you speak to yourself in a way of compassion or the way you would speak to somebody you love? Do you motivate yourself? Are you your biggest cheerleader when it comes to these goals and manifestations and things you're attracting in? Are you taking an inventory of what's going on inside to be like, oh, okay, so this is who I am now. This is who I want to be. And these are the gaps that I need to be filled. I'm going to take a second to go through these chats. Tell me if this is landing as I do. Tell me what questions are coming up because I know I'm throwing so much at you right now. Alima says, I feel like I'm wasting my energy trying to figure out solutions to my problems that I don't even know if they're real or self-made. So Alima, this is a good time for you to really, okay, one, get the thought of I'm wasting my energy out of there. You're not wasting your energy if you're really spending your time to get to know yourself. Don't ever say to get to know yourself, to invest in yourself. Anything that you're doing for yourself is never a waste of time. This life is for you. Okay. That's one. Second thing, in order for you to understand if these problems are even yours or if they're real or if they're not, really take an inventory of your life and find the things that can prove to you whether or not this is true or not. Jessica says, how do you bridge where you are to where you want to be if you want to be okay, hold on. How do you bridge where you are to where you want to be if where you want to be isn't aligned with where you are now? Jessica, that is why you're here in this entire 3-day challenge. By the end of the 3 days, this question is going to be answered. And day one, you're learning the first step to this question. And the first step is to gain crystal clear clarity. Ria says, how can I speak to myself like in a good way if I don't know how to approach my manifestation? I want to manifest being an actress. So you need to ask yourself, I'm gonna say it to you through step one. Your manifestation is I want to be an actress. So as you go through your current inventory, you need to ask yourself, right? Who are you right now? What are your current beliefs when it comes to you becoming an actress? Where is your current time and energy being spent when it comes to being an actress? What are your current habits and patterns when it comes to being an actress? Right? And I still have so much more to share with you, but so far, those are the questions you're asking yourself. Feels like I tried everything and I can't fix it and questioning a lot of it. Yes, we're going through all over that. Okay, so I find I doubt myself so much as to if I'll get this or deserve this. Yes. So Angel, this is all about detachment what we go over in day 3. So again, we're all really jumping ahead to the next parts, but the first foundational step, you need to gain clarity. You can't work on releasing, you can't work on surrendering if you don't even know what the hell you're surrendering to, right? You have this manifestation of, I want to become an actress, or I want a $10,000, or I want this new business, or I want this new home, new relationship, new car, more wealth, financial freedom, but you haven't even gained crystal clear clarity on who the hell you are right now. You don't even know what you need to change. You don't even know what you need to hold on to. You don't even know what you believe to be true about this desire that you have. You don't even know if you have any potential blocks that may be preventing you from getting this. You don't even know how to release any of this because you're not even clear on who you are right now, right? So, who are you trying to become? So, once we finally get clear on all these parts of us, right? What's it going on in our subconscious? What's our self concept? What's our self identity? I don't have this written in the slides, but your self identity is basically all of these things combined into one, right? Your self identity is who you see in the mirror, is who you believe to be true, right? Your self image, your self concept, all of that, it goes into your self identity. And when you are making huge shifts in your life, when you are trying to attract certain goals in your life, you change at an identity level. So I'm going to bring in the example of money because that was the number one thing that I saw over 100 of you write in when you joined this challenge, that you want to manifest more money. When I was working on manifesting more money and I got clear on who I was, this is exactly what I did. So I want you to pay close attention to this because you guys are asking these questions on exactly what I'm teaching you now. I was manifesting more money. The first question I said, what are my current beliefs about money? Okay. At that time, I currently believed at that moment in time that money was very hard to make, that only certain careers are going to allow me to make the amount of money that I want. I wanted to make over six figures in a year. I was clear on that. I knew I wanted to be a doctor at the time. I knew that I would get that salary through that career. And the beliefs I had is that I needed to be something like that in order to achieve that much money in my life. I also believed that you had to work X amount of hours to make money. Because why? Because I grew up, saw my dad, the only breadwinner of the entire family, work over 60 hours a week to live paycheck to paycheck. And so growing up, I saw, oh, money is very hard to make. If you work these jobs, you have to work 60 plus hours a week to get the money you want. But if you become a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, or something in corporate America, you can get these six figures, you can retire your dad, you can become a doctor. When I asked myself what my current habits were, I asked myself, okay, what are my current habits with money? What's my current relationship with money? How do I feel when I spend this money? Am I stingy when I go to spend? Do I question myself when I go to spend? Do I think about it 100 times before I buy that coat or before I buy that purse or before I buy that coffee? How do I feel when I'm actually giving the money to the person behind that register? How do I feel when I'm actually swiping my card? How do I feel when I'm actually putting in my numbers online? Am I overspending? Am I underspending? Am I holding on to stuff? What are my current habits with money? What are my current patterns with money? So I got so crystal clear on my story that I literally wrote it down, right? I literally wrote down, this is exactly how I was raised when it came to money. This is exactly what I saw when it came to money. This is exactly how I've been for the last 20 plus years when it comes to money. And this is how much I've attracted into my life when it comes to money. And what I saw after getting crystal clear clarity on all these patterns is that I was blocking myself off to the limitless opportunities that are available to me in this world. What I saw is that my money story and the habits and the patterns and the way I'm reacting and having this relationship with money does not align to the version of me who already has $1 million. Right? So that's when you get clear on who you are becoming. So if the version of you that's becoming is somebody who lives in financial freedom, somebody who gets to travel without looking at their bank account and seeing if they have enough to book that ticket, somebody who's able to give to the ones that they love without being worried on, oh my God, I don't know if I can actually spend that money right now, right? Who are you becoming? So who I was becoming was somebody who felt free to spend that money on their family and not feel like, oh my God, if I give this $100 to my mom, I might not be able to pay this next bill. Who are you becoming? When I was becoming this version of myself, I wanted to be somebody who can book a family trip across the globe and feel completely okay doing it and feel free doing it. And that's exactly what I did in August. So when I became crystal clear, I all automatically recognized all the parts of me right now that didn't match the version of me that I was trying to become. The version of me that already has the money, who is not worried about what's going on in their bank account, who lives in financial freedom. A lot of that version of me does not match with who I was being. Is this clear and are we understanding this? When you make, this is why we're getting clear, right? If I'm not even clear on that, how am I supposed to even understand the gap between where I am now and where I wish to be? Yes, the alignment is key. Yes, this makes so much sense. So, what does their life look like, right? And I want to actually change this word there to you, right? What does your life look like? Right? I want to go back to that slide of all the things that we're manifesting into our reality that so many of us resonate with. The promotion, the financial abundance, the love, the house, the health, the healthy relationships, the apartment, the marriage. When you're thinking about these goals, what does your life look like? What is your 24 hours in a day? So another example, again, I'm going to give it with money because I want to use that same example so we know what we're talking about here. The Samaya that I was becoming, that I am now, I didn't wake up in the morning like, oh my goodness, let me check what's in my bank account before I go out to eat and get my matcha. Let me go do this, let me pay this, but we're not in that vibration because the Samaya that wakes up now, she's so confident and everything is always working out for her. I am completely wealthy and healthy and in this vibration of I have more than enough. I don't even check those things. And guess what? Every single time, time and time again, I have more than enough. So I already touched on this, but what does this version of you feel? What does this version of you feel? Ria is asking, how do we change our alignment now? Ria, did you answer the question on what your current habits are, what your current patterns are, and who you are becoming? Because when you answer both these questions, you already have the answer to what you're asking on how do I change my alignment now? If you are so crystal clear on where you are now and where you wish to be, and you identify those gaps, you already answer the question of this is exactly what I need to change to come into alignment now. You don't ask that question when you have this, when you've clearly identified the gap, because that is exactly what you're changing. It looks affirming all day and everything goes wrong. Explain what you're saying, Maxim. Tall, who is the person you want to be? What are their patterns, habits, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs? And then where is their discrepancy between the future version of you and the you right now today? Absolutely beautiful, Tal. Thank you so much. Completely summarizing exactly what I've explained to you in the last few slides here. You find the gaps between where you are and where you wish to be. So I want to quickly go over this feelings because this is the secret sauce to all of it, right? This slide alone can be this entire challenge, and I can just stop the challenge here today. What does this version of you feel? So these are the feelings chart, right? So a lot of you, when I asked you when you joined this master class or this challenge, I asked you what are some of the blocks that you're currently facing when it comes to your manifestations. Some of you said I'm stuck in fear. Some of you, some of you talked about grief. Some of you talked about shame, whatever it is, sadness, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, insecurity, feelings of lack, lacking confidence, lacking courage, lacking the trust and belief in yourself and anything beyond this day. When you're in that place of lack, when you're in that place of shame, guilt, grief, fear, and you're stuck in that ruminating state of anger and stuck in a place of past and worrying about the future and you're not really here, you're in this low vibrational energy. And your manifestations, that money, that freedom, that abundance, that loving relationship, that home, that car, that, the solo line clients, all of that resides here in the high end of the vibrational scale. It resides in a place of love, gratitude, joy, love, reasoning, acceptance. And so, in order for you to even come into a place of this, we need to align to that same vibration of your manifestations. Now, I want you to also understand that this does not mean we're preaching toxic positivity here. Scientifically, biologically, spiritually, whatever Lee you believe in, every emotion has an end state. So there's no possible way for us to constantly, just be happy 24/7, 365 days a year, and nothing's ever going to make us sad. Nothing's ever going to make us upset. Nothing's ever going to challenge us. That's not a reality. We are humans and we are living this human existence, right? We are a soul in this human existence. And so we will feel these emotions as life throws lemons at us and as life continues. But when you come into this vibration of really wholeheartedly being in alignment and trusting what it is that you desire and knowing that what it is that you desire is meant to be yours or something better, when you know that you have the innate power to shift to different emotions, right? That's when everything changes for you. So now, the version of me now, if something gets me angry, I can feel through that emotion and I can also instantly be like, you know what? I don't want to ruminate in the state of anger. I actually want to feel more calm and peace. So here's what I can give myself right now because I have that self-care toolkit in my mind. I know exactly what's going to bring me that love, that joy, that peace because I've gained so much crystal clear clarity on myself, right? Because what makes gives me peace and joy may not give you peace and joy. That's why we get so crystal clear. I got so crystal clear on what makes Samaya so happy and at peaceful and enlightened. And some things that make Samaya so happy and peaceful and energized every morning is really grounding in the present moment. So I do things like meditation. I change it into walking meditations. I walk through Queens. I walk to get my matcha because matcha makes me happy now. Like I do these things, I ground myself, I keep myself in this vibrational alignment of peace and joy because I know I can. Because I know I am the co-creator and I know that if anything again brings up that grief, that fear, that guilt, that shame, that discourage, that feeling of lack, I can instantly shift back to what it is that I desire once I've felt through these emotions. And I'm also so crystal clear on who I am and what I need that I can instantly give myself those things to bring myself here. I'm not searching on the web or trying to figure out, oh, how do I come into alignment? Oh, how do I give myself that joy? Oh, how do I give myself that happiness? I already know because I am so crystal clear on what it is that my version of self that already has my desires feels. And I already know what she gives herself to make herself feel that. Right? So these are the things that we are talking about here. So you need to cast that vision for yourself. You need to be able to really wholeheartedly see that vision for yourself, right? When you're feeling this, when you're in this place of, I don't even know if I can achieve it, you're not casting the vision for yourself. When you're in a place of like, yeah, I get it, but I still don't know how to, you're not casting the vision for yourself. You need to be able to cast this vision in a way where you're like, I already know that version of me exists there in this universe. There is this version of me, of Samaya, of Tarka, of Tal, of Angel, right? Of Jessica, of all of us, right? Of Kaya. We are here, and we also know that what it is that we desire is going to be ours if it's meant for our highest good. And so, why is it difficult for me to align to that version of me? Why is it difficult for me to actually understand that I am worthy of that version of me? Why is it hard for me to actually align? You're going to be able to answer that question when you get crystal clear and you identify the gaps, right? What did Tal so beautifully tell us a little bit ago, right? It's all about recognizing these gaps. It's all about identifying that specific gap, like, oh, so the Samaya right now doesn't feel worthy of $10,000 cash day. Samaya right now never saw a $10,000. I froze for a second. The Samaya right now never experienced a $10,000 cash day in her life before. She never saw somebody make $10,000 cash day before. But the Samaya in the Samaya that already has it, that's a norm for her. So what does that Samaya feel is what I would ask myself. Oh, she feels calm. This is a norm for her. She feels really good. Like, why does she want to make this money is what I want to get clear on, right? Did I ever even physically touch those $10,000 that came in on November 1st? No, I didn't. It came into my bank account. It stayed in that bank account. It went into my savings account. Some of it went into hiring a business coach. Some of it went into literally eating my heart away with my family, right? So what were the things that I had to get clear on when I wanted that money? It wasn't I want $10,000 in a day and that's it. It was I want to feel that freedom to go eat in the most expensive restaurants in New York City. I want to be able to hire that coach that's $5,000 for just one session. I want to be able to save and actually invest this money and start creating generational wealth, right? Get clear on the reasons why you want the things you want. This is what clarity is, right? It's not just where I am now. It's also very clear on the details as to why you want what you want. Why do you want that loving relationship? What is that going to do or change for you? Why do you want the abundance of money? What is that going to do or change for you? Why do you want that promotion and that brand new home? What is it going to do or change for you? What do you have right now that is preventing you from getting those things that you want? So, this is what I mean when I'm saying crystal clear clarity, right? Get clarity on details on how I want to feel, bring about clarity on what to do to get there. Yeah, so again, the clarity you're gaining is the gaps, right, between where you are now and where you wish to be. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a specific assignment to help you do this today before we walk into day 2 tomorrow. And tomorrow, what we're doing is actually releasing these gaps, right? We're filling in these gaps. So when you begin to do all these things, you finally come to a place where these 70,000 thoughts that are coming to your mind, you also think of your manifestation and then it becomes into your reality. And that's the story that I wanted to share with you at the beginning, which I'm going to share right now. So one day, this was, I think, last year or the year before that. I was literally in the shower. It was also around November. It was during the holidays. I was in the shower and I was thinking, and this was when my TikTok just started to blow up. And I was like, you know what? Like I'm getting all these different brand deals. Some of them don't align to like what I'm actually bringing onto my platform and what I stand for and what I'm all about. So what brand can I align with that I can brand collab with that's really aligned to my journey and what I'm teaching my audience and what I stand for? And Lavender came to my mind. So if you don't know, Lavender is by Aileen and she's huge on like YouTube. And I used to follow her from like back in 2018 or 2019. And I loved everything that she was teaching. Like literally it was everything that I do now, right? Like manifestations, learning about mindfulness, learning about being present and all of that. I thought about it in the shower and I was like, oh, that would be cool to collab with them one day. I came out the shower and I kid you not, in less than 24 hours, I had an email from Lavender's team asking if I wanted to collab with them. It still gives me chills when I talk about this, like till this day, because I didn't talk about this with anyone. I didn't reach out to them for a collab. I didn't mention it anywhere. I literally took my shower at night, put my ass to bed. I woke up the next morning and I had an email from their brand. Like, how the hell? Like, you can't make this shit up. But how did I get to this state of where now I can literally think of the thought of what I would desire and it's in my reality is because I became so crystal clear on who I was and who it is that I desired to be. I identified the gaps between these two versions of me and I began to fill in these gaps. And now, how do we fill in these gaps? We gained the clarity, and the next thing we do is we begin to release. The second step of my manifestation method, which we're diving into tomorrow, and I'm actually doing a very powerful method together for us. And in this second part, we are letting go of anything that no longer serves us. So this is where I'm going to be coming in and talking about the things that you guys mentioned, the self-doubt, the feeling of stuckness, the feelings of lack of confidence, lack of courage, the self-sabotaging patterns and behaviors, those negative thoughts that you keep on overthinking and ruminating on, the all the that you give yourself as to why you're not getting what it is that you want. That is what we are releasing together tomorrow. Now, before I continue and give you the last part of today, I'm going to go through any other questions that you guys have here. I want to make sure all the questions are answered and that we're clear on where we are. Tell me in the chat where we are, how are we feeling, what is going on with everything that I've taught you here today. All right, I'm scrolling up to see what else we have. For me, it's like living from a paycheck to paycheck and thinking if I'm ever going to be able to save enough for a house. Right. So that specific thought right there, right? Right now you're in a place of like, am I going to be able to save? Am I going to be able to save? Am I going to be able to save? Where your thoughts, where your mind goes, energy flows. So if your energy, if your mind right now is where how am I going to save? How am I going to save? How am I going to save? Guess what energy you're putting out there? You're putting out an energy that is telling the universe, oh, Gabriella can't save right now. She literally don't even know how to save. It ain't happening today. It ain't happening anytime soon. We are so worried on how we're going to save, and we're going to continue giving experiences in your life that are going to continue to make you ask yourself, how am I going to save? How am I going to buy this house? How am I going to do it? Because what does your subconscious mind do, guys? We just learned it here today. Your subconscious mind is attracting 95% of your reality. So when your thoughts, those questions, those negative thoughts, those thought patterns are going through your conscious mind, it goes filtered to your subconscious. We learned that together today, right? So when it's filtered through your subconscious, so your question is, how am I going to save today? It goes to your subconscious. It filters through your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is right now full of that stuckness. It's full of the self-doubt. it's full of the questions, and then it's filtered through your subconscious, right? It filters out, and then it attracts a reality because now your subconscious is like, oh my God, okay, we're gonna have to find something in Gabriella's reality that proves to Gabriella that I have to live paycheck to paycheck and I don't know how to save. And so then your subconscious is on a mission. We have to find every reason why Gabriella can't save. And what does your subconscious mind do successfully? It finds another reason why you're going to wake up and say, I don't know how to save. I don't know how I'm going to get the house. I don't know. Your subconscious is an excellent machine. It takes what your thoughts are and it takes it as a command. It doesn't understand if it's true or not true. It just knows that, oh, Sumaya is telling me she can't save. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Tarka is telling me I can't fill in the gap. Okay, I gotta find a way. I gotta prove this to Tarka. We can't fill in this gap. I can't bridge this gap. I can't receive more money to pay someone back. I can't do this. Let me find your subconscious is working, even right now, is working to prove to you whatever is going through your mind. So what does that mean? How do I change this? It means I begin to reframe the things that are going through my mind. Instead of, oh, can I actually buy this house? It's how will I buy this house by 2024 of June on June 30th? What is the first step I need to take? I need to start looking up the houses that I want to buy. I need to get very crystal clear on whether I want to live in New York City or in fucking Jupiter. I need to get very crystal clear on do I want a home or an apartment? I need to get very crystal clear on how much it's going to take me to even do this. I need to get crystal clear if I need to get a side hustle or if the money I have right now, like there's so much clarity. Jessica, will clarity on details on how I want to feel bring about clarity on what? Oh, yes, I answered this before. Okay, great. What else? I am clear on this. Amazing 1111 for me. Amazing Ria. We love it. Yvette, gain clarity and not be afraid of money to release it, and it will be returned multiplied. Yes, Yvette, we love this. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. Alima, I still have that coming into my mind that talks to me, but it's only happening to others. But I love this, Alima. Thank you for bringing this up. This is one that constantly comes up for my clients. It's come up for me over and over again too. So this is why we take an inventory on my life. You know what I make my clients do? I don't know if any of my clients are actually on here right now. If you're a current client and you're on here, let me know in the chat. I'm not sure if anyone's here right now. But what I make my current clients do, or any client that has ever worked with me in their lifetime, when we're taking this inventory, again, I told you, I make them take an entire inventory of 24 hours of their day and what their life has looked like up until they met me. So when they're doing that, they're getting so crystal clear on even the way they speak to themselves. And they'll be like, oh my God, Samaya, like, yeah, I woke up this morning and I scrolled through Instagram and I saw that my friend from high school got married and has a baby and they just bought a new home in freaking Arkansas. And I don't know why it only happens for everyone else and it doesn't happen for me. So you know what you just did right there? You woke up in the morning. You started your morning. By the way, your subconscious is most attuned for information when you're going to bed and when you wake up. So the first thing in the morning, you have to be so crystal clear on what's going on the moment you wake up. When I wake up in the morning, the very first thing I do every single day, without a doubt, I open my eyes and I take my first breath and I say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to wake up today. Thank you so much for XYZ in my life. Thank you so much for the sun shining through my window. Thank you so much for the bed that I'm resting my head on. Thank you so much for that bank account that I don't have to check right now. Right. And so as I do that, I'm no longer worried about what the hell is going on for others. Because in fact, what I began to realize the more I manifested is that the more I saw people around me manifesting their dreams, the more I knew that it's my turn next. The more I surrounded myself with people that were in high vibe energy, manifesting the money, manifesting the home, manifesting those marriages, those relationships, the more I knew my time is coming. The more I knew that I was in alignment. And that's how you change that. Tal, yes, so energized by this. Thank you. Going to take time today to get super clear on who I am now versus who I want to be, where and how I can bridge those gaps. So excited to dive into the rest of the next day. Thank you so much, Tal. Loving your energy and so happy you came here. Coach LB, feeling worthy. I see you as my coach in the near future. Oh, I love this. I see myself flying to NYC for a one in. Oh my God, love it. Okay, actually, this is something that I did like a couple of times and I want to bring out more is these one-on-one in-person sessions because people love these one-on-one sessions. Again, they just love being in the energy of, being in the room with me. So, Jessica, if I tell my unconscious mind that I'm clearing on a career path, will I gain clear ideas on a career path? Okay, you know what's crazy? Your question it was kind of unclear that I don't even know how to answer the question. So get clear on your question too, right? So if you're asking me like, okay, if I just tell my subconscious mind, can you clear out the path for me to go after my career? Yeah, that's great. You can tell yourself that, but you also need to dive into what's in your subconscious now. Like ask yourself, right? How old are we? Like the people that are coming in, right? Most of the people that I attract into my world are over 20 years old. Some people are younger, but like 25 to 35 to 45 to 55 to 65, I worked with them all, right? I think the probably like I think 50s was like as far in the 60s, but whatever. Anyways, it's all these years of programming that I'm asking you to get clear on, right? So right now I'm 30 years old. So if right this moment I was in this classroom, I would have to reevaluate what has been programmed in my subconscious for 30 years. That is what I'm asking myself. So that is what you need to be getting clear on. Okay, so what are those things that are that's going through? Will you talk about vision boards? I can talk about it, but I teach you exactly how to create a vision board in my manifestation power vault. Karuna, I don't know if she's still in here. She was in here. She's one of my clients who are one of my students inside the power vault, and the power vault has everything that you want and more to attract the dreams that you desire. And I have a 3-part series that I walk you through how to 3D print your vision boards into your mind. Exactly how I showed you my vision board manifestations today. And when you joined, because you joined here, you actually can get my manifestation power vault for just $67. And that power vault has over $800 worth of things inside right now. Insane. Insane. So right, like almost like $1,000 worth of stuff for $67 right before you go into 2024 so that you can bring your vision board into reality. Do you do a wheel of life? What is that? Okay, what else do we have? Angel. The more I see it in others, the more I knew it's my turn. That's powerful. Yes. That thought changed it for me. That thought changed it for me. I'm no longer stuck in that place of jealousy of, oh my God, this is happening for so and so. Oh my God, my other best friend just got married. Oh my God, my best friend is on baby number 2 and I didn't even have baby number 1 yet, right? Which is like literally real life. Like my friends are literally moving on to baby number 2 and I'm like, guys, can you hold up? Like I need these nieces and nephews to have one of my kids in that group too, right? Like, can y'all hold on? But as I see them doing these things, like I'm literally going to one of my best friend's baby shower on the 13th in DC. Like I met her in college and we've been best friends since. And like we're here. So as I see these things for them, instead of me ruminating on like, oh my God, my friends are in this place in their life right now, and here I am, growing a multi-million-dollar business, and I haven't, I don't have a ring on my finger yet, or I haven't done this yet. I can't be in that place. Instead, I'm in a place of, oh my God, I am so extremely happy for my friends and for my loved ones. And I'm so excited to be in that same alignment. And I know I'm in this alignment. And I know this is what I'm going to feel when it happens to me too. Right? Karuna, Power Vault for the vision board. You all get the Power Vault. It's so worth it. Thank you, Karuna. Oh my God. Okay, Alima, my English can be limited to express how grateful I am for your answers. Well, thank you, French girl. Oh, thank you so much, Alima. All right, guys, we're not done. I'm over here like reading everything, but let's actually finish what's going on today. It's almost 2:30. I knew I was gonna go over because there's just so much, right? And I want to pour it all. Guys, even making these slides for you all, I was about to give you a whole course and like a whole degree in these 3 days. And then I was like, I need to slow down and just simplify it all, right? So your homework for today, the first thing you are doing is you're going into the group, right? You're going to go into the group. And when you go into the group, you are going to comment there, right? You can create a post. So let me see if I can share my screen for that so that I can walk you guys through today. So this is how you're going to actually put this into work. So I don't want you guys to just come into these challenges and it's great to learn and absorb all this information, but if you don't go outside and actually implement this into your life, then what are we really doing here, right? It's not going to, nothing's going to change if we're not really making these. So let me know if you guys can see this. So when you go into the group, right? So what you're going to see here is We go into the 3-day challenge. What you can do is either comment. So this is the welcome thread that I've created. Some of you have already come in here already. Um, Introduce yourselves here, right? You've done a great job here today in the chat, and everyone that's going to watch the replay, I hope you introduce yourselves here, right? I gave you guys a little prompt. You can share one fun fact about yourself, one thing you're manifesting, whatever it is that you desire. But then I want you to, I'm going to create a new post today, and over there, I want you to comment your homework is for today. So I'm going to show you what your homework is. So your homework is to really answer this question. I made it so broad because I want to see where you guys take this. I want to see what you learned today. What do you really want? You know what image comes to mind here? If you guys ever saw the Notebook, and he's asking the actress, like, what do you really want? This is what I'm asking you today. What do you really want? And I want you guys to answer this question in that group. I'm going to dive into the group too throughout today. Up until tomorrow, I'll dive in and we'll talk more about this as we go through it. But get very crystal clear. Like, I want this to be almost like a diary entry where you're like, this is exactly what I want. And I want you to write it. Actually, I'll tell you guys this how to write it tomorrow. But write exactly what you want, get into the nitty-gritty details. And on your own, and even on this chat, you can write, get very crystal clear on who you are. You're going to write down your current beliefs, your current values, your current everything, all your patterns. And an easy way to do that is on the top of your paper, just write down your manifestation. If it's, I want $10,000 by the end of this year, I want whatever your goal is, write it in big, right, letters on top of your page. And then sit with yourself for a couple of moments, right? Maybe it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, just sit with yourself for a moment and begin to notice what's coming up for you, right? Because as soon as you write that goal down, you'll notice the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions that are coming up for you and start to write it down. Oh, I wrote that goal down and I felt scared. Or, oh, I wrote that goal down and I felt excited. Or, oh, I wrote that goal down and in my mind I said, Sumaya, that's not possible for you. Or, oh, I wrote that goal down and I was like, oh my God, that's so hard to achieve. Right? So if these things are going through your mind, write it down, regardless of what it is. Get very clear. So then as you do that, begin to ask yourself these questions. Okay, so now what do I believe about myself when it comes to this goal? What are my current habits and do they align to this goal that I'm trying to achieve? Am I waking up every day in a place of gratitude in the present moment, or am I stuck in the past and the future? Right? Are you emailing the link to the group? Yes. And I'm actually going to try to put it in here now too. I don't know why I've been trying to access this from the moment I started and it's not giving me the link. But I want you to actually answer these questions today, right? So when you come in tomorrow, we're not over here trying to figure out, oh, well, how do I align to the version of me that I want to become? Oh, well, how do I, because we're going to be so clear, right? We're going to be so clear. Guys, give me one moment. I'm really going to get this link in here and ask me any questions as I do this. Okay. Invitation links, member links. I'm not understanding. Where is my invitation links? Oh, here we are. Why was this so hard? Okay, here's the link. Oh my God, Tal, thank you. I should have asked one of you guys to do this whole time. Anyways, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Join the group and answer this question in the group. Now, any more questions before I let you all go for the day? I know we're about to go into almost 2 hours if I keep this going. Tell me any other questions. But again, today's main thing. So I wanted you to know I manifested one of my paintings in an art show. Karuna. I am screenshotting this. Karuna, I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. Is it living in the end state, but also admire my manifestation? Is that okay or no? Yeah. So the biggest thing here, okay, I feel like there was so much for me to pour into this, but the biggest thing I want you to walk away from this challenge too is how to come into a place of enjoying this journey, right? It's not all about that end goal, that end result of achieving it. It's really about the journey and the process through it. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow and how I came into this place of flow and ease, because if we're not living in the present moment, the moment that exists, then we're going to constantly find ourselves in a place of frustration and a place of always wondering when that next goal is going to be achieved in order for us to be happy, right? We're always going to be in a place where we're questioning when is this going to happen for me? Is it going to happen for me? Whatever. Your goal is to come to the now. Your goal is to come into the current moment. Your goal is to come into a place where you're finally enjoying the present now because now is all that exists. It's all about coming into the presence of being wholeheartedly, I have everything that I desire right now. And when you come into this place, that's when you get to be in the shower and you think about the brand you want to collab with and you come out the shower and the next morning they have a brand collab proposal for you in your email. That's how you go to sleep thinking about exactly how you want your next day to go and you wake up and that's exactly how your next day goes. You need to come into the present now. I watched the videos over and over again, have gotten so much amazing info. It's so worth it. Thank you, Karuna. She's talking about the manifestation power vault. Absolutely love this. Gabriella, I'm going to write in my manifestation journal tonight of the things that are blocking me and coming up, become the best version of myself. How I see my future. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So yeah, spend today doing that. And the other thing is too, yesterday we started our last full moon of 2023. This full moon is in Cancer. I'm also a Cancer. My sun and moon are in Cancer. My rising is a Sagittarius. I don't know if you guys are into that, but this last full moon is giving us an opportunity to release everything that no longer serves us, which is why I'm so happy that tomorrow, that's exactly what I'm helping you guys do. I need you guys to spend today to get so clear on your blocks that tomorrow when you come in, you're going to say, Samaya, this is my block. And tomorrow we are releasing these blocks. If you're not clear on what block even exists, you can't even release it and clear up space, right? So take the time to get clear on these blocks so we can release it with this powerful full moon energy and so that we can really help you cultivate the energy to attract what you want in 2024. Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you, Gabriella. Now, the last thing before I go. What is a good time for us to meet tomorrow? So we met at 1 p.m. today in New York City Eastern Time. The two times that I can propose is 1 p.m. again tomorrow or 5 p.m. tomorrow. So 5 p.m. Eastern New York City time. Would 5 p.m. work better for you guys, or is the time we had today good? So tell me in the chat. So we have 5 p.m. Please not 5, as that's really it's really late in UK. Okay, 1 p.m. works for me. You know, I wish I could host these twice because now we're having both like 1, 5, 1, 5. 1, 5. Time today worked just fine. Yeah. This is hard because obviously everybody that showed up today is kind of like, okay, 1 o'clock is great. And everyone else who couldn't show up is like, can you do evening? The amount of messages I had last night in my inbox, it's like insane. That's why I was like, should I offer a different time? Okay. So it looks like 1 p.m. is still great for all of us. So I'm gonna play this by ear. I'm gonna like think about this a little longer. 1 p.m. is still the time for tomorrow. If that changes, you will see that in the email when you receive the Zoom link for tomorrow. If not, get ready to come back at 1 p.m. tomorrow for us to release what's blocking your manifestations. I just happen to be off today. Otherwise, I will be at work. I'll just be watching the recording. Yeah, so that's the thing. I think most of my people are either abroad and it's nighttime right now, so they can't come in here, or they're working and they're waiting for it to be 5 o'clock to watch my replay. So I might push this to 5 or 6. Does 6 work any better for anyone? I do have to go out to dinner after that, so I'm like kind of pushing this. But if 6 does work, we can also do that. Okay. Can you please link the website again? Yes, here you have it. Okay, and guys, I don't know, I haven't checked my Instagram as we did this, but if you haven't, this is your last chance today to take a screenshot while you're here to share it on your Instagram for a chance to win a one-on-one free session with me. We already have some people that have entered, so I'm going to be doing the draw at the end of tonight between the people that have entered, but I'm leaving room for you guys to enter now too. There's still a bunch of you in here. You can take the screenshot, put it on your stories, tag me so I know that you entered. And then once you tag me on the stories, you'll be entered and one of you beautiful souls will win that. I've done the screenshot and added to my story. Amazing, Tarka, you're in. All right, everyone. We've gone for almost 2 hours. I am going to stop sharing my screen so I can see all you beautiful faces. Oh my God, Tall, thank you so much for being here. I am sending you all so much love and light. Actually, there's so much. I want to take a screenshot of this a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's like, what is there's two of these. Okay, amazing, guys. Okay, so tomorrow. If the time changes, I'll let you guys know. If not, be ready to come back at 1 p.m. We're releasing together. If you have any questions, drop it in the community today. I'll be in there all day answering your questions, listening to your breakthroughs, seeing with clarity that you're gaining. And I'm so excited to see you all tomorrow. Sending you all so much love and light. You're welcome. Thank you, Tal. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day, y'all.